I'm really glad things worked out so well for you in New York.
Well, so am I. I made a lot of good contacts, and I really learned a lot. Thank you, Cheryl.
What did I do?
Well, you were a familiar face when I needed to see one. Surely you noticed how nervous I was.
Maybe, but it came across as being very positive energy. And I noticed you haven't lost that.
Well, thanks. I'm very excited about the work. You know, there are so many people that really want to adopt a child, and they can't because they made some kind of a mistake in their past. I am a prime example of that.
And that's why you're going to be so good at the job.
I hope so. I love kids. I like to think I'm a good judge of character, so yeah, I hope I'm very good at this.
Well, I'll drink to that.
Cheryl, help me. Why don't you help me do this? This is practically the same kind of work you were doing when you were in New York.
Well, our agency was really much more conventional, and honestly, I don't have your dedication. I mean, you're really talking with a sense of mission here.
Well, of course. It's very exciting to get the birth mother and the adoptive parents together before the birth.
You know, the funny thing about me was that I never identified with the children as much as the people who so desperately wanted to adopt them. That was what really got to me.
I can relate to that. I moved mountains to adopt Lucas.
What do you think you would do if Lucas's natural mother showed up now? Do you ever think about that?
No, of course not. Why would I?
Oh, I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't mean to upset you.
I have honestly never, ever thought about that. Excuse me. Lucas, I'm coming. Don't cry, honey. I'm always coming.
Dr. Gill, please call your service. Dr. Gill, please call your service.
Oh, don't tell me that Frisco and Felicia's baby's the lead story in the news.
Not exactly.
It should be.
We'll take it up with the boss. Actually, I'm here for something else.
Chef. Yeah. Can I talk to you for a sec?
Yeah, I got a sec.
You know, I haven't exactly gone out of my way to be friendly toward you.
No, you haven't. But neither have I.
In fact, sometimes I've been downright rude.
Don't worry about it.
Apologize.
It's okay. I've been bashed around by the best.
Maybe it's because I care so much about Cheryl. And that's not only because she's Tiffany's sister. I think she's one hell of a lady.
Uh-huh.
She's just been through a lot these past few years. Maybe she told you a little bit about it.
Well, I know she's been through a lot the past couple of weeks. She came back to this town, and 9/10 of the population seemed to be against her.
Yeah, a lot of people were.
I know what that's like. Tried to go back to my hometown once. Well, I won't try that again.
Then you know how important it is to have someone in your corner.
I wasn't so lucky.
I think Cheryl is. She has you. Look, what I'm trying to say is I think you're good for her. And I'm sure she feels the same way. She probably hasn't told you about it. I just wanted you to know.
I appreciate you saying it.
Felt I had to. I'm sure my wife feels the same way.
I agree with you. I think I'm good for Cheryl, too.
That makes it unanimous. Except for one very important person who hasn't given you her blessing yet.
Dr. Alperoff.
Who's that?
The most beautiful baby in the world, my godchild.
Oh.
Would you like to hear it from her lips?
Yeah. Well, you know what they say about out of the mouths of babes. Lead on.
I think it's only fair that you get to see the SEC report.
So do I. Whose idea was this? Yours?
No. I have no doubts about you.
Tracy's?
No. The important thing is it's legal now. There's no problem with you acting as consultant for ELQ.
Well, Ned, I could have told you that before. And I think I really have a right to know who ordered this investigation. I mean, obviously someone has some serious doubts about me.
Not anymore, they don't.
So that's it? That's all you're going to say?
Actually, the person who requested the investigation, wants to explain personally.
Well, good. I'd like to hear his reasons.
You know Amanda Barrington, I think.
Hello, Cheryl. I guess Ned has told you that I was the one that triggered the investigation.
No. No, he hasn't.
Well, I really thought it was my duty as a board member, and, well, I'd heard all those conflicting reports about that nasty Mesotech business, and, well, I just wanted to clear everything up once and for all. And I think this report did just that.
As far as I'm concerned, it has.
And I'm sure I speak for the rest of the board. I'm sorry if this upsets you, Cheryl.
Yeah, well, it did, very much.
Well, there's nothing personal about it. You understand that.
No, of course not.
Well, that's just great. I think you'll be a great asset to the ELQ.
Well, thanks for coming by, Amanda. I trust you'll spread the word.
I certainly will. Oh, I hear that you are living at the Brownstone. How is it having all those dear children underfoot?
Actually, it's quite refreshing.
Chacun a son goût. That's French for better you than I, my dear. Certainly not at this time of my life.
New York really worked out for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it did.
I'm so proud of you. And I'm so proud of what you've done with your life.
Thanks, Rube. I think I'm just making up for wasted time.
We've come a long way, baby. When I look back to where our lives were and how we've turned them around, I gotta believe somebody out there was pulling for us. I really do.
Yeah, I guess.
What's wrong?
Nothing.
Don't try to fool me. You know you can't.
Cheryl said something to me today that really got me thinking. She asked me what I would ever do if Lucas's natural mother showed up.
What kind of question is that?
She didn't mean anything by it, but I just can't get it out of my mind. Ruby, if Lucas's natural mother ever showed up, she could take him away from me.
Oh, honey, that is the cruelest, unnecessary. You just put that out of your head. Not necessary.